I just got done filming the Ice Bucket Challenge and I will be uploading it this weekend. The wind keeps changing directions. Anyways, hi guys, it is Friday here on the TiaVapes channel. So, my e-liquid of the week goes to Curious Vape. It's actually the only e-liquid I reviewed this week, but their butterscotch, it is so freaking good. It's actually what's in my Nautilus tank right now on my e-Power 3. Really quickly, I wanted to bring to the attention that some people who comment in my videos and I try to comment them back, some of you guys don't have a reply option, so I'm not able to reply if you have like a question. I only have the option to like thumbs up or thumbs down, and I don't know why some people don't have the reply button and some people do, but I'm just letting you know that if your question doesn't get answered, I'm not ignoring you. I most likely either didn't see it or can't reply to it. Alright, so the thing on everyone's mind this week is the e-Power 3, and I did a review video for this week, and I also did a e-Power 3 versus MVP version 2 video yesterday. But everyone's asking about longevity, durability, and so you guys can hold me to this, but I am going to do a 1-month update video on this after using it for a month. And I'm gonna be honest, I have not put this thing down since Monday when I reviewed it. I haven't vaped anything else at all, and I actually haven't charged it at all, and it's about halfway battery life. So I'm in a hurry to film this video. I'm still trying to get to everything though, because I'm going over to Seattle to a Mariners game. So I'm super excited for that. Maybe I'll vlog some of the trip and put it up on my second channel. So let's go over to the Twitterverse and look at some of your questions or comments over there. So Vape Hound Reviews tweeted me and asked if I've started rebuilding and how do I feel about it. I haven't started yet, but here is a sneak peek for next week. I might have showed this already, but I swear to God it's happening next week, and I'm super excited. I have my first rebuildable. I also have a couple mech mods. I actually have a couple rebuildables now, but this is going to be my very first. Actually, it's not my very first. My very first one, I tried to rebuild an octopus, but I didn't make their coils. They were pre-wrapped and sent. They were pre-wrapped and sent to me, and I just tried to put it in the octopus to vape it again, and it actually didn't work. So that was my first attempt at rebuilding, which failed. But this will be like, I've had practice. I have all the right tools. Robert wants to know what my favorite DDA is, and that would have to be the octopus because it's the only one that I've actually tried. I don't use it anymore though because I have better rebuildables now. Know what my favorite DDA is, and that would have to be the octopus because it's the only one that I've actually tried. I don't use it anymore though because I have better rebuildables now. So Corey asked me how do I feel about Hello Kitty not actually being a cat. I'm actually really torn up about it because I've liked Hello Kitty since I was a little girl and always thought she was a cat, and I'm a crazy cat lady, so I liked her because partly she was a cat, and now to find out that she's a little girl, that's a little weird, Sanrio. I don't know if I can go along with that. I think I'll just keep pretending in my mind that she's Kitty. Alright, let's go over to Facebook and look at your guys' questions and comments. And a couple people asked me, Keith asked me, and Ed asked me, what is the best nic level for people to start with? I started at 18. I did try 24. 24 was too harsh for me. I started at 18, and I do recommend starting at a high nic because, you know, when you're smoking a cigarette, it's the nicotine you're addicted to and all those chemicals. So in order to feel like you're getting your fix, I feel like you should have a higher level just because it's closer to a real cigarette. I'm sorry, Alan, but I'm not going to answer your question. That is none of your business. Rudy is asking about e-liquid from Washington, and I'm not 100% sure about where all the e-liquid that I review is from, but I know that Mount Baker Vapor was my first vendor, and their e-liquid was great, and it was Mount Baker Vapor and Virgin Vapor were the only e-liquids I was using in the very beginning when I first started vaping and trying to quit smoking. Stephen John is asking about the new CLK battery. I actually haven't had the opportunity to review it, but as far as I know, it's just a upgraded battery. The battery's bigger, and I believe they they adjusted the spin bottom to have a better spin life. This is asking about cravings and if I still crave cigarettes, and you know what? I honestly do. I still crave cigarettes all the time, and it kind of sucks. It's just about having willpower just to, you know, vape on your vape and not go back to a cigarette. It's been a very long time since I started vaping, and I was, you know, I was told that once you quit, the longer you stay off cigarettes, the less and less attractive or appealing they are to you. But I still to this day, like if I smell a cigarette, I'm like, oh, that smells good. I don't like the smell of stale cigarettes on someone, like that stinks, but a freshly lit cigarette. So David's asking about durability with mods and how he had an experience with a mod that quit working after a small fall to the carpet. And I'm a very clumsy person. I'm not that coordinated, and I drop a lot of things. Hence why I have such a heavy duty case on my iPhone. This is an OtterBox, and it's like one of the best cases. And I actually have dropped a lot of things, and I have never once had a mod break because of falling. I have had tanks break, like my glass Aspire Nautilus, my very first one. It fell maybe not even 3 feet to the floor and shattered, and I cried about it just because it was my favorite tank at the time. Carrie's asking about Max VG juices that gunk up coils, especially the Aspire Nautilus coils, which I haven't had that experience, and I do tend to vape higher VG e-liquids, and I know that they're thicker e-liquid, but I actually have not had any troubles with this Aspire Mini or the original Aspire. Jeez, Nevaeh, are you excited or what? Brenda wants to know how I carry my vapes around with me if I go to work. Well, first of all, I work from home, so I don't actually go to work. But if I'm going out somewhere like shopping or gonna go out for the night or a restaurant, I usually carry just a pouch, like a zip pouch, nothing too fancy. And I usually carry at least 2 mods on me and an e-liquid, depending on how long I'm gonna be out. Alright, so I really need to get something off my chest because I don't know why I'm letting it bother me so much. But first I want to thank you to everyone who commented and gave me really nice supportive words on my Facebook when I posted about this, because it really did upset me. Oh, and really quickly I want to give a shout out to Dennis. He's been 6 months smoke free. Congratulations. Let's have a vape, Dennis. Almost vape my phone. Okay, anyways, what happened was I get tons and tons of emails for review requests and collaboration requests and things like that, which I love because this channel really wouldn't be as big as it is now if it wasn't for vendors actually wanting me to review their products, because it kind of gives my channel content. Well, anyways, very rarely I check my junk box because sometimes emails go to that aren't even junk. And so I was checking my inbox and I had a message from a vendor or a company or a group or someone that was asking for like a collaboration with TiaVapes. So and their initial email seemed pretty professional, even though I didn't know exactly what they wanted from me. And so they were professional, so I wanted to be professional. So I replied back professionally and said, you know, sorry that this was, and because it was in my junk mail, I didn't get to it right away, and then they had already replied before I had replied to them and was rude and said, so never mind, or I guess that's a no, like acting like I was ignoring them, which I wasn't. It was in my junk mail. Like, I'm sorry if you have a shady email address. But anyways, so I felt bad because I hadn't gotten to their email, so I replied back professionally and said, you know, sorry, this was in my junk folder, and so I don't check that very often, but please elaborate on what you want. And what about your company or whatever. And then they just were like, never mind, I thought you were more real of a person because I guess I was too professional. And then I was like, you know, TiaVapes is like my business. Like, I do this I do this 5 days a week. Like, it is such a big part of my life that I'm going to take it professionally, you know, as much as I can. I mean, I'm a real person and I give real reviews, but I'm really professional when it comes to handling the vendors and their replies and responses and things. And so anyways, it just went downhill from the very first reply. I should have never replied, but you know, I didn't know it was gonna go this way. They ended up calling me mean and rude and snobby, which I am not, and then that just really offended me. And then they thought that I was paid. No, and then they thought that I charge people to give reviews. Like, if you want a review from me, you have to pay me, which is, you can't do that. I don't even think that's legal on YouTube. And it just, You know what? I'm gonna let it go. But the fact that they think that I am snobby and rude and mean is not true. Anyway, so on Facebook I told you guys I was gonna let off some steam and try to let you guys know what happened. I didn't do a really good job explaining, but basically they got the wrong impression from everything, and I hate that people try to, and then I just hate, like, I think Skype or telephone calls are a way better way to connect to somebody, even though I do mostly respond through email, but you can't get somebody's tone of voice from an email. So just, I'm going to leave it at that, and you know what, it's their loss. They were saying that they get like 5 million hits a month and I could become famous with their collaboration, which I don't really care about being famous. I do what I do because I have a passion for vaping, not because I want to be famous. Alright, let's take it over to Instagram. Okay, I cannot pronounce that name, but Miss Schmeleski? Anyways, ask if I would ever attempt to make my own e-liquid. No. I'm going to leave that up to the professionals. I don't want to be mixing chemicals. I know people say it's easy, but I'm not qualified to do that kind of stuff. I'm not a chemist. I'm not a scientist. No, I would rather just get the e-liquid and vape the awesomeness. Vape Easy is asking about international viewers and how many do I have. I actually have quite a few from Canada and the UK, but I have viewers from even like Saudi Arabia and places even farther away that I know less about. But it's really cool to know that I'm not just here in America, but like all over the world I get watched. Like, it's cool. I wish I could speak another language, and like the only other language I know a little bit of is Spanish, and I don't know enough to hold like a super long conversation. But it's cool. I love all my foreign viewers. I love all my viewers. Kyle McLean is asking about mech mods. He knows that me and indoor smokers really haven't done them yet, but I'm doing them. I'm doing them next week. Promise. Okay, so over on YouTube, I last week was attempting to give away this frosted tree frog juice. I said it again. Frosted Tree of Fog. Fog. F-O-G. Anyways, Marnie Speaks, you won this, but I never heard back from you. So please respond or get to me, and so you can get this bottle, because it's just been sitting on my kitchen table waiting to mail out. Alright, it's time for my weekly obsession, and my weekly obsession has been my dog. Yes, my dog Nevaeh. She is actually my very first dog, and I've been obsessed with teaching her dog tricks, and I've been trying to teach her how to speak forever. I even looked up how to teach or train your dog how to speak, and nothing was working. And then finally I got her to do it. She's over there. I got her to do it, and then I just kept doing, like, I would like act like I was gonna get her, and then she'd like growl at me, and I'm like, good girl, good, speak. And then just kept doing that, and it turned into a bark, and now she speaks, and I'm so happy. My dog knows another trick. She's actually really smart. Alright, so I'm going to do a new thing on my channel called my monthly favorites. So this month of August, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an e-liquid company, a tanker atomizer, and a device, a vaping device, and pick one out of all the things I've reviewed in this month and be my favorite. And so my favorite e-liquid that I reviewed this entire month is going to go to Longhorn Vapor Company. Freaking premium, high quality, good customer service, love the company all around, and just incredible flavors of juices, and I really, really freaking like them. My vaping device favorite of the month is going to the e-Power, if you already didn't know. I mean, I've been addicted to this thing since I got it. And my tank or atomizer of the month goes to the Sunfire E-Mode 2 by MJ Tech. They sent me this for review, and they sent me a couple to give away. So this is not even open. Like, can you see the plastic that's still on it? I'm giving it away right now. Yay! So if you want it, go ahead and comment below. Interested in winning this, and I will be checking comments by next Friday and announcing the winner in next Friday's vape vlog. This is a adjustable airflow tank, by the way, too. So if you didn't see the review for this, I'll link it below so you can go and see if you want to enter the contest to win it. Or contest, a giveaway. Contest is where you gotta do something. You guys just have to comment. Comment and like this video if you want to win. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I need to get over to Seattle. Please stay tuned to my channel for more views. Subscribe if you like what you see. And as always, thank you so much for watching, guys.